Reverend Dr. Ken Gordon, spiritual leader for Centers for Spiritual Living, coming to you with our July themes for 2018. The July theme itself is Revealing Wholeness. And ours today, July 22nd, comes from Reverend Debbie McDonald from Monterey, California. And her topic is Let Us Not Fool Ourselves. You know, there's a big belief that goes on within our teaching that somehow or other we should be in denial of all things that we don't want to see or we don't want to see or experience. But, you know, the reality of the matter is that denial back in 1927 when Holmes wrote the textbook didn't mean the same thing as it does today. Denial means give to it the amount of effort and energy that it actually deserves. It means that when we have a pain or something going on in our body, that we don't infuse our whole life with that idea. Instead, what we do is we designate and put it in that one particular spot. And then we can realize and understand what's going on and how it's happening. You know, we have a tendency to fool ourselves. And this topic of not fooling ourselves is an important part, especially as we move forward into this beautiful world that we live in today. In The Science of Mind, Dr. Holmes, Living the Science of Mind, rather, Dr. Holmes says, in the science of mind, we do not say everything is all right when it's all wrong. We don't say peace when there is no peace, but rather we try to discover what is wrong and why we do not have peace. We do not say that people are not poor, sick, or unhappy. We ask why these things should be if the original cause of all things is harmonious, perfect, radiant, and happy. He also says, Can We Talk to God from Effective Prayer? So when we say that our body is a spiritual body, we're not saying that we have no eyes, or we have no feet, or we have no stomach. These things are all included in the spiritual system. God's world is not a world of illusion, but of realities. The illusion is not in the thing, but in the way that we look at and think about it. Everything is as real as it's supposed to be. In Creative Mind and Success, Dr. Holmes writes, we are not limited by actual boundaries, but by false ideas about life and by a failure to recognize that we're dealing with the infinite. Limitation is an experience of the race, but it is not the fault of God. It is the fault of humans' perception. And to prove that this is so, let any human break the bonds of this false sense of life, and they are at once begin to express less and less limitation. This is the key to it all. To be able to find within ourselves the reality of life with the capital R. To be able to look at life not as the temporal, tangible things that are the experiences that exist in our life, but to understand instead that those are reflections of a belief system. A belief system of the micro and the macro. Not only a belief system of ours, but a belief system of our society. Once we find that that is the truth, and once we begin to embrace it, what we'll find that our life expands in every area that we choose. It expands to bring into our experience more joy, more happiness, more prosperity, more health, more energy, more vitality. This is the truth. This is what we teach. God bless you. Please know that you're loved. Talk to you next week.